Hello everyone, welcome to the Risk Room. Here we do gameplay, tips, tricks and strategies. Anyway, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so the game that I'm going to be doing is a Capital Conquest game. I'm just going to look for what's available in the lobby. We got one here immediately. I will see what the settings are. Okay, so the settings look pretty standard. So it's a classic map, automatic setup, fixed card bonus, 90 seconds, turn timer. So nothing too radical, just a pretty classic game of Capital Conquest. Okay guys, so I have a very favourable hand here. I've got 4 troops on Siam, which means that I can easily defend Australia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my capital on Siam and take over the Australian continent. So I will be receiving 2 troops per round, and also I will be able to defend Australia very easily because of course you get an extra troop when you're defending your capital. So the fact that my Siam is my capital means that I have an extremely protected what would you say? An extremely protected defense of Australia here. So that's very, very nice. Oh, hold on. The pink player is actually not a real player. The pink player, I assume they didn't ready up, so they're a robot. So they do not pose any threat to me whatsoever, because robots on this are just very easy. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to take the pink's capital here. In any case, we're going to give this a good go. Never hurts to try. Oh, not a good start. Not a good start whatsoever. Oh, that's a terrible outcome. So I've taken over the capital, but I'm nearly dead. Oh shoot. I'm gonna have to take a massive risk here. Well, it's in the name, isn't it? It's in the name of the game. So I'm taking a huge risk, and I'm basically only defending my capitals with 4 troops. So it would be very easy for someone to take over them. But surprisingly, the orange player hasn't tried to place troops on India and then invade me into Siam, which I'm very lucky for. If I was in his position, I would basically have tried to invade me into Siam, because 4 troops is nothing really. But he's trying to go for Europe. By the way, I do plan on making videos for beginners, but I'm also just going to do some ordinary gameplay and commentating. So if any of the terms and the vocabulary or whatever terminology that I use is kind of unfamiliar to you, don't worry. I was very unfamiliar to this game until recently, so I will do some videos to try and make sure that people know what I'm talking about. Let's do that. Yep. And then we're going to fortify into Japan. And we're very nice and safe now, so we've got 8 troops defending our capitals, which makes it highly unlikely that anyone's going to try and invade my capitals, and it makes it highly unlikely as well that if they did try and do that, then they would not be successful, because, well, it's very hard to invade capitals when they have 8 troops on them, because, well, it's hard to invade capitals in general, but 8 troops is a lot. Anyway, I am rambling, so let's just look at what everyone's doing. So the white player has invaded orange because orange didn't put enough troops on their capital. They only had 2 troops, and well, white has done what anyone should do and taken the opportunity and invaded into the capital. So yes. So my next plan of action will be to attack Australia and claim it, because I need to start increasing my troop count, because basically I'm worried that the white player is going to start dominating this game, because he has just so many troops, and he also has the same number of capitals as me, meaning he has the same number of troops. He's getting the same number of troops each round, so basically that perpetuates his dominance over the game. So that is why I have taken over Australia now, and yeah. So what that means is that I'm now going to be able to get more troops than him, and hopefully that will mean that I will become the dominating player of the game, because Orange is just, I don't really know what he's doing, to be honest, and Pink's a robot, so they're not going to be able to actually really do anything in the game. So this is really a battle between me and the white player, but yeah. And another advantage for me is that the orange player certainly has a grudge over the white player, after the white player took his capital, of course. So it looks like he's fortifying troops around the capital in Europe, and the orange player is probably going to try and go for that capital, just because, you know, he wants to get it back and stuff. And it's really not a good strategy for orange, because A, he's not going to be successful, and B, if he was, then he just wouldn't have enough troops to actually be able to hold the capital, and either me or the white player will be able to reclaim it. So if I were orange, what I would do is I would put all my troops onto one big army and just leave it and stay neutral, try not to provoke anyone, wait for me or the white player to make some blunders or sort of like attack each other and make ourselves weaker, and then I would strike and try to go for continents and or capitals. But that's not what he's doing, it looks like. So there we go. I'm being very passive in this game. I don't really want to get involved with any unnecessary conflicts, because that's like a general good rule for Risk. Don't get into unnecessary conflicts unless you absolutely need to invade someone, because, you know, like they're being aggressive towards you, or you need to get a continent, or you need to wipe them out if you have enough troops to do so. A good rule for that is, will wiping that player out get you more troops or less? Because basically you can wipe players out and get their cards, which will give you a good number of troops. So what I would recommend is, if they have 5 or 4 cards and they're on 20 troops or less, I would invade them. If you can completely wipe them off the board, then I would invade them and take their cards. Like, it's worth it to do that, because you'll actually make a net gain of troops, even if you waste troops, like invading into their territory and whatnot. But yeah, that's just a little tip for you guys. I'm not too sure why the white player is so reluctant to go for South America. Like, he very easily could go for South America. He's just choosing not to. I think I'm not too sure what he's doing. And the reason why I'm attacking into Russia here is because I don't want to block myself off from being able to attack into North America from my Siam territory. Actually, I've literally just blocked myself off now. It's hilarious. I've literally just blocked myself off, even though I was saying, like, oh no, the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to get blocked off. It's like, well, the move that I did blocked me off from being able to attack into North America. So yeah, that's kind of a cringe moment. In any case, I can attack from Japan territory into North America, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah. Right, so it looks like the white player is going to go for South America now. And the thing is, if I were him, I would take out the orange player right now because, well, he's not going to make a massive loss of troops from attacking the orange player, and also because the orange player is being aggressive towards the white player, so he's a bit of a liability, so I wouldn't really leave him around unnecessarily. I actually could take the orange player out right now. I'm not sure if I'd make a gain of troops actually, but you know what, let's spice things up, you know. Let's spice things up. So I'm not sure I actually made a gain of troops, to be honest, but I didn't make a massive loss in any case. And also it's quite good that I've basically gone and invaded loads of territories, because it means I'm going to get more troops, because the more territories you have, the more troops you get given in Risk. Next round, and this is assuming that the white player doesn't take them out himself, I'm going to be attacking the pink player and taking all their cards. An annoying thing is that I've blocked off my Japan territories because I've invaded Kamchatka, Mongolia, which means that I can't mobilise that army unless someone invades Kamchatka or Mongolia. So that's a little bit annoying, but I still have this nice Siam army here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to invade the pink player. Well, actually, was that a good move? I'm not sure that was a good move actually. Anyway, I've committed to it, so. Oh, I'm losing so many troops. I'm getting really bad rolls here, guys. Oh, dear. Dear, oh dearie me. In any case, it's good because I'm taking as many territories over as I can, which is, you know, it's always a good thing. Because it's going to mean that I'm going to get loads and loads of troops and bonuses and things like that. Shoot. I really didn't get that many troops, and also my Siam territory is really poorly defended now. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to split my Japan and Kamchatka territories so that they're both at least somewhat protected. Because I could have fortified these 9 troops here back to Siam, but I'm not sure that would have been enough actually. So hence why I chose the path of action that I did. This guy screwed up in that he didn't try and invade more of my territories, which means that I'm going to earn a lot of troops from having lots of territories. So yeah, that's good for me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to not only invade him into North America, but I'm also going to try tentatively to invade South America, which is not going to work, as you just saw. So let's invade Africa there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to invade more of this bloke's territory. Oh, that didn't work. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to invade more of this bloke's territories and invade him into South America. So I have a overwhelming troop advantage. So he's only earning 7 troops at the moment. I'm earning 9 from capitals and Australia, plus all the troop bonuses that I'm getting from having all these territories. And also I'm amassing quite a big army next to the South American capital. So I'm going to be able to invade into that. I don't want to go too early for it though. I can't go for it now. I cannot go for that now. It would be a mistake to try and do that because you need to have, ideally you need to have about 3 times as many troops as are on the capital in order to invade capitals. So with 20 you should ideally have 60 troops with which to invade the capital. And for example, with my 15 troop capital, you would ideally have about 45 troops. Oh, sorry, I'm off on. Okay, so he's logged off now. He's basically given up. So let's do this. Let's yep. Fortify some troops to South America. Anyway, that's the game. So hopefully this video gave you some insight into how to go about Capital Conquest games on Risk. Hopefully you found it entertaining as well. But yeah, that's all I have for you today, guys. Remember to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, so gameplay as well as tips and advice, then please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.